Dear 16-year-old me.
Dear 16-year-old me.
16-year-old me.
Dear 16-year-old me. Just like 10 years ago.
Dear 16-year-old me.
Ma chère Gisèle, j'ai 16 ans.
Dear 16-year-old me.
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 Here's my advice for what it's worth.
Wow. Being 4,000 looking back, thinking when I was 16 years old, this is pretty serious. What advice I would give myself.
Don't comb your hair so much. It won't matter in a few years.
Always carry lipstick.
Drop the crush on what's her name. She's going to marry someone else.
There's nothing more valuable and more important than time. And every second that we have in life is not only precious, but is so filled with meaning and filled with great opportunities.
Mentor first. Somebody who will guide you and whom you can rely on, and somebody who will teach you. That's the first thing. Find a mentor.
We focus on the relationship of a 16-year-old with his or her parents. That's something to strengthen and to really focus on and put some passion into, because it's those parents who've given so much to us that we sometimes forget in life.
Don't rely on spark notes. Read the books. You might actually have to teach those same books someday.
So with the wisdom of 4,000 years, being 16 now, I think the most important piece of advice is to value time.
Try to know that what matters now will not matter in 100 years, 20 years. Probably it wouldn't even matter next year.
Involved in things that have to do with the community. Find things where you can make the life of other people in the community better. By volunteering, by helping out the elderly, the homeless, solidify friendship. Like have a best friend, or maybe 2 or 3. And it never hurt anyone to have more than one friend. So get as many friends as you can.
Be nicer to your siblings. One day you might need a couch to crash on for like 6 months.
Dear me, only a lot of years from now. Bet you thought you weren't going to learn a lot from Mrs. Margulies' class, Mishlei. But you're a mom now, and that class probably helped a lot. Hopefully you'll not read that book. Or that one. Raise your kids according to the Torah. It will help the most. There's a reason why the Torah is there. It's a guideline. And Mishlei is also right there to help you. Raise your kids according to their nature and nurture them the way you want them to be nurtured. Bring them up to love Torah, not have it forced upon. Because just like you love Torah, if they look up to you, they'll love Torah too. I know now I lose my temper really easily, but hopefully as a parent, you know to have patience with your kids. They do not know any better. And as Mrs. Margley said, if you want to yell how much you love them.
I love you.
And you can always count on having a fun day when you spend it with the people you love. I love you, you love me. We're a happy family with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too?
Verbal abuse can really affect your kid. Hopefully only nice words come out of your mouth. And words of affection and love. Because that'll make them the happiest kids and love you back.
I love you, you love me. We're best friends like friends should be. With a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too?
Especially when they do something right. I know how much I enjoy being appreciated for the things I do, that I do right at least. I know that how much they'll appreciate it too. It is your job as a parent to pay attention to your kids. Notice the things they're missing or the things they have difficulty in, and then by that, judge accordingly. Sometimes, not everyone is made the same. Not every kid is perfect, and you have to realize that. Never compare your kids. They are two different people. And as much as you want to be upset about it, look at it in a good way. Look at
Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. And when you smile,
As the saying goes, weigh it before you say it. There will be times where you think you need to say something, and in reality, you don't. You honestly don't. Just think about how your words will affect. Will it have hurt you? Probably. Do you care that it will hurt them? Hopefully.
Where is she answering? And who am I? That's not a secret I'll never tell. You know you love me. XOXO. Gossip Girl.
I know as a mom, you will probably like gossiping with other moms about your kids probably. But it's not necessary. I know I don't like it when I hear other moms talk to other moms about children. Why should it be the same? Dear older me, the best advice I can give you right now is watch this video.
Advice, since we're editing here, hi, how are you? Okay.
Stop, I'm trying to be serious.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a bad chick by her toe. If she holler, if she holler, let her go. She's indecisive. She can't decide. She keeps on looking from left to right. Girl, come a bit closer. Look in my eyes. Searching is so wrong. I miss you. Seem like the time to love. She says she likes my watch, but she wants Steve's AP, and she stay up for hours.